Sugar plum.
Music loud, voices soft.
The music seemed kind of loud on the thing, I noticed. How about now?
Now it's better.
Okay. I noticed it was like at the peak of its thing, even though it's not very loud music.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. Ad break ended. Ad ended. Art started.
Ad perished.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the Patreon stream. If I finish everybody today, we should be done for the month. So at the end of this, I will see if I can tell everybody to put in theirs for next month. How is next month weekend-wise?
I don't know.
It seems okay, but if we're bored on Saturday, maybe we'll start early. But anyway, hello. Xander, you're actually first, so it's a good thing you showed up so quickly.
Yeah, welcome.
Are you still working your 8 p.m. shifts next week too?
Yeah.
Bleh.
I know. That's what I said.
I'm sorry, sweetie. You did talk to them. It's fucked up that they're still doing that to you.
Yep. Why there's no one else working? Well, that sounds like a y'all problem.
Yeah, you should just tell them that. Tell them you can't do it. Like, what are they gonna do?
Like, at this point,
I gotta go home by, like, 5. Fuck off. Though I guess until, like, we could probably switch it to Tuesday if we wanted. It really depends. Sundays and Tuesdays.
I'm trying to do normal so we can have a routine each time. It's just...
Yeah, though we've had this routine for a while. So, changing it wouldn't, like, necessarily be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to make him a house husband.
Pursue my career of wrangling wife.
He would be doing all the shit I don't want to do.
It's true.
Including, merch.
Oh no, it's fine.
I'm just not a fan.
I know.
It's annoying. It's a lot of numbers.
It is.
And orders, and I got the ADHDs along with the double Ds. So I have difficulty doing it sometimes.
ADHD's nuts.
ADH double Ds. What's your bra size? ADH double D. That would be cute.
How is everyone doing, chat?
We went grocery shopping.
We did.
I got a dress I ordered, finally. But the bra I got was too small. But instead of doing the right thing and returning it, I just brought bra extenders. I didn't care. It was fine cup-wise.
If it works, it works. Yeah, the cup-wise is important.
Well, we were walking around the place where I was getting it, because it was in the mall. I had ordered it online, I was picking it up. I saw plus-size mannequins at Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Which I remember when I was a teenager, which was around the time when I was literally the thinnest I had ever fucking been. Which was like around 180 at 6 foot tall with huge tatas and hips. I still fit nothing in that fucking store.
Yeah. That store has always been made for just tiny, like, you know, tiny models.
At the time, they didn't even go over a C. And, like, the average for America, we looked it up, is, like, D. We fat bitches over here in the States.
Don't hurt up. You should probably put a brace on that. Like, you can very much get tennis elbow just from, like, working in the garden. It's not just from playing tennis.
I draw all day, and sometimes my elbow hurts.
Maintain your flesh. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
No. I got my, I have my wrist brace, and I have my, Compression gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Though I don't have as much pain as when I first started, and I'm not sure if I'm just taking better care of myself or if I just am used to it now.
Better care, I think.
There you go. Use a brace.
Mm.
He's got a knee brace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that, like, just because I'm left-handed in the course of many, many years, I'm definitely going to have trouble with my right knee, so I wear a compression thing on my days off and stuff just to make it feel better.
You know, if this was an actual plushie, it'd be one of those ones that's made out of, like, the fake leather.
Hmm.
So it's, like, extra shiny.
Like the Naga hide looking ass?
Yeah, it'd be like one of those. The kind that are very uncomfortable to actually snuggle with.
Yeah, they have bad touch.
They do.
Ugh, gross. Hate it. Illegal. Doing the goo version?
Oh, didn't you say to do the goo version?
I don't know.
Let me double check. Okay, it said gooey soup creature. I can do the normal version instead. I don't really care either way. I legit don't care. This has less colors, so that's legit where my brain goes.
Go.
This would be easier.
Let's go.
I love it when people are like artist choice, and I'm just like, I don't care, man.
Artist choice. I don't wanna.
I already have shit lined up. I don't need artist choice. I would probably just draw Uwin.
Ooh, they go.
But it probably would be one of those plushies like that.
Mm-hmm. The shelf plushies.
So maybe I'll make it shiny.
Shiny.
While I was, I set a fucking alarm for the new, U2's drops.
Mm-hmm.
For Cult of the Lamb. I'm sorry I didn't get you your little Fox Dancer pin.
It's fine.
But, while I was there, I was tempted to get the, like, $25 weighted lamb plush, but I'm like, no, I don't need it. I don't have any room in my bed for it. I have a husband.
I mean, I wouldn't have judged you if you did.
Nah, there's just no room. I got my, on my side, there's, like, the body pillow, which doesn't have any waifus or anything on it. I swear, because that creeps me out, honestly. And, on the other side, I have you. There's no room for a weighted lamb plush.
Wife who raps me with things all the time.
Yes, because it's funny. I really would like, one of my goals as a content creator, which I will probably never reach because I don't really produce that much content related to myself. I do mostly other people's content.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. It pays the bills. Is to get a makeshift plush campaign.
Yay.
But I'm really just not big enough. And if I was, I'm still not, like, big enough as far as my IP. Because I do things for other people. I do fan art, and I do art for as commissions. Like, I've done works with, like, very big people. Like, Melissa could probably get a makeshift plushie done.
Definitely.
But I have done work for her, but I probably couldn't. She should contact them.
I wouldn't be surprised if she did.
She did the tail plush.
Yeah.
Honestly, if someone was gonna get one, it'd probably be your character.
Hey, puppet. That would be fun, yeah.
And the drips would just be like little pieces of fabric sticking out of the seams. Like, they wouldn't actually mold drips. I know how plushies work. I know how they produce these things. I used to make them.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna anymore. It's too annoying. But they'd probably do the little strips of the fabric that they used on the rest of them, and they'd be glued together, not sewn, and they would, like, turn up the way they do. I hate that.
Turn up for what? Good buddy, you do. Yeah, the puppet would be pretty fun as a YouTube style thing. It would look silly, but it would be fun.
YouTube's does like streamers, but I don't really think they do like art streamers or anything. They'll do like video people.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, I guess a lot of it comes down to, like, do they have iconography and branding and stuff that they can market? And not gonna lie, a lot of YouTubers or a lot of like art people are just there doing art, not like come visit the titty tuber doing art kind of thing. They're doing art and they don't care. Go away.
One or two do, but definitely not me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at making my own brand to begin with, so.
Hi, Star Blue.
Am I winning art? Probably not.
All the art, all of it. You won.
I guess technically I already won because I live off of it. Isn't that the goal?
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. Like, I live off my art, but like I don't have a lot of. I used to think like if you were like big enough to live off of your art, you were like kind of somewhat famous and stuff like that. No, I just work for other people.
Mm-hmm. You are a professional artist. Professional.
I just do a good job and people hire me.
Mm-hmm.
I just make fun content and people look at it.
That's how it's supposed to work. You do good, you get paid for the good you do.
The creature is cute.
Creature YouTubes.
That's what I would do. I would probably do the creature, not me.
Have a little artist that looks at you with anxiety and hope.
Who's got hope? I ain't got no hope.
If you ever wanted a little pocket artist in your home, now you can. This YouTube's.
I guess if it was a YouTube, it would probably look like... I bet I can draw out what it would look like.
Mm-hmm.
If I have my pen and not my eraser, it would probably end up like this.
Can't spell hopeless without hope.
Like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did with the lamb. Instead of doing the lights, instead of doing the little smiley eyes, they did the lights in the eyes, which I actually thought was a nice touch. I think they did that with the FNAF ones too. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've only seen them in the wild. But I think that's much better than just having everyone have the happy eyes. I think that looks like ass. But having like the little happy eyes in as the light in the eyes shows the branding while still making the character look cute. And they do actually do very good plushies. Like, I think the U2's Cult of Lamb plushie is objectively better made than the official Cult of Lamb one. And I am not wrong.
You know, it's funny though.
Actually, this guy don't have much color, so I can just do this.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
They're gonna be my favorite tonight because they got the least amount of colors.
Yeah.
That's why I picked my favorites.
That's fair.
Honey, no.
Wifey, did you know that you're cute?
I will stab you.
Welcome to Gooniversal Studios. Gooniversal Studios has closed due to unfortunate naming convention. It would be fun though.
I'd like it.
Yeah. Honestly, it sounds like something that would be in Roger Rabbit.
It does.
Like, oh yeah, see, this is where all those Goon cartoon characters come from. You know, you got all these mercs. You got this mook, you got this mook. I can't help it, they're just drawn.
I was drawn evil.
built differently. But wait, why personality be like an old in that kind of cartoon?
You already have it.
Well, like I feel like if I was a Rubber Hoe version, I'd be a different...
A Rubber Hoe version?
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. I'd be a different version than a hand puppet.
Maybe.
The Goon Squad, yeah. You can bet we'll get you at the Goo Studio. Ah, Pixel.
I miss the Nickelodeon Studios shit. That was so cool when I was a kid.
Goo! It's Goo!
There, now it looks like it's sewn in there.
Oops, all slime.
I don't think I'll have any, like, I usually try to finish a piece, every weekend, so I have a new piece to post next weekend, but I don't know if I'll actually finish something this weekend. But last time was a pretty heavy piece, so...
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay.
I think so.
I don't think people even notice.
I think they like to see you doing stuff. They don't really care about the tempo.
I like to have at least some content for, like, the next weekend, because I spend most of the week working on commissions.
Mm. You just like to do...
So I like to get something finished on the weekend, but this weekend I was just relaxing a bit because I was tired.
Yeah.
Yesterday I just for one, I woke my poor husband up really early in the morning, and we had trouble getting back to sleep on Saturday morning. And then I finally just played through the Midnight Walk and just spent my day doing that and sleeping.
Yeah. Which, Midnight Walk, very cool, very fun.
I mean, that's what Patreon is. I did enjoy it. It felt like it was made, like, probably, like, 5 to 10 years ago. Not in a bad way.
Just, like, in general?
Just in general, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It felt like an older adventure game. Even, like, down... I don't even mean, like, the way it was written, but, like, even down to the mechanics. Those old, like, it started, like, the PlayStation 3. When you got games that were a little more abstract, like Journey and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
It felt like that kind of game. Extremely linear, very, like, look at our tech type deal. But has, like, a kind of, you know, I don't want to say, like, pompous story, but, like, definitely one that they think is pretty deep. Which, it was a good story. But I was just surprised how retro it felt, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think it, like, I would agree, because, like, from the part that I watched of it kind of deal, it did look like you said, like a bit older game, and one that was just like, we had an idea or an art style that we wanted to do.
Yeah, that was the main pull, was the art style, because they tried very hard to make it look like stop motion. And there were puppets. Which was funny, because especially when I first started it, since they'd have some things move at, like, the lower frame rate of stop motion, but then, I don't know why, they would just start moving at, like, the normal game frame rate. That was a bit distracting, and it never 100% stopped being distracting, honestly, but, I appreciate the work that they did do. This is, like, not a huge studio. It is an indie game.
Yeah. And
honestly, anyone trying something new is always great. 100%. And it was very cute, and I do like Burnout represented by literally burning everything to the ground. I also joked with Paul that, wow, this is one of the more meta stop motion things I've ever watched, and it's not even actually stop motion.
Yeah. It was pretty cool though, and I like the little, I like Paw Boy. Paw Boy's best.
You know what's funny? If it was actually, like, had been made 10 to 20 years ago, I think, like, the frame rates probably would have matched better, and it probably would have done it.
In actual, like, stop motion?
Yeah, like, they probably would have just, like, recorded a 3D model.
Yeah.
Or, like, recorded, like, 2D things of something and just, like, put it in there. I feel like you could probably do that. Just have the definitely. 3D model just move at slower frames in general, because that's sort of what they did, and you could just, like, 3D map an actual model and put it in there. But it was very cool, and I look forward to anything else those people make in general. They did a good job. It wasn't like mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe my hopes were a little higher than they probably should have been, but I definitely enjoyed it. Because everything I say sounds backhanded, but it was like great. I appreciated buying it. It's not very expensive. It's pretty fun.
It was well done.
It's definitely a linear, you're here to see the little story. It's not even your story. It's a little Pop Boy story.
Yeah.
Though when I got him, I was like, I will die for you. And then he died.
Yeah.
You can give me anything in a video game and have it like follow me around and I feed it and I will be like, I will die for you. Without a moments of hesitation.
This is mine. This is like, I love the little pot boy. Like, give it snacky.
He does a little dance.
Are you willing to give him what he needs? Are you willing to put him in danger? You might have to.
I also do like how the whole symbolism of it is everyone lives on the work table where they do stop motion. There are the creators, you know, you basically, human beings. There was a creator who worked way too much and burnt themselves out and was creating with like no purpose, burnout. So the whole place burned, literal burnout. And now there are creatures on there that were created with like, they're basically plot characters but have no purpose or drive. So they basically live in torture, desperate for stories.
Please, content.
Legit, yeah. And you have to basically relight the fire, which the fire is obviously like inspiration. But you're lighting the fire against darkness. But near the end, they point out that like darkness is not necessarily 100% bad thing. Darkness is potential. So you're really just giving shape to the potential in the dark with the fire.
Yeah.
And I did like that take. Like, you don't see that a lot. Darkness is basically the, on the blank page, more or less.
You had a void chicken? What mod gives you a void chicken?
Your
or
mom.
is that a new thing? Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Mushroom, mushroom.
I am playing the TMP Limitless mod pack, so right now I have captured and will be raising a chocobo. Because chocobo.
No, we're drawing now.
Yay!
Today is art day. No Minecraft.
Art Ducko.
Hehehe.
Let me start Ducko.
One down. Paul, what's the thing that you lost in a video game that you felt the most bad for losing? Like a creature or something.
Okay, this is gonna sound really stupid. I played a lot of MechWarrior 3. And I really liked MechWarrior 3. It was a lot of fun. In one of the things, because it's mercenaries, right? So you can get other mechs and keep them, like, you can, say, shoot at the kneecap of somebody else's mech and then take it. Because you're a mercenary and you're, like, pilfering stuff, right? Also, you're kind of alone, so you're just trying to kind of keep your shit together. I had this one mech that was kind of a shitty mech, but it was really good and it really held together, and I had that stupid mech for a long ass time. It got me through a lot until it got really hit by a sucker punch and just fucked it out, and I was just like, I can't bother to repair this. I got bigger and better things, but I kept it because, like, it was cool. And I was kind of sad that I couldn't use it anymore because it'll just be sitting there in a hangar, forgotten about. But, like, there was one, like, I got through a really hard, like, super difficult mission, and, like, the knee was janked up and it was shot to shit, but it still hobbled its ass through it, and we still got through it. And it was entirely because I had that freaking workhorse of a mech. So, like, I couldn't not keep it. I didn't want to throw it away. It was a good mech. It did its best.
You didn't lose it.
Well, I still, like, it was still, like, I couldn't fix it. Like, I didn't have the shit to put it back together. It was all fucked. It was real fucked, y'all. So, like, I couldn't fix it, so it's just gonna be a hanger queen for the rest of eternity, but, like, I didn't want to, like, get rid of it. That would feel bad. Like, but,
So
like...
you didn't lose it?
No, it was lost, and, like, I couldn't use it anymore. It couldn't do anything. So it was lost. But, like... You know, like we talked about, it's like, no, it can't fulfill its purpose anymore. Well, it can't stride out into the battlefield and murder shit anymore, so it's... Yeah.
I feel like exceptional loss for literally every creature in a video game I get that fucking dies or anything like that.
It's true. Chimkin.
Oh.
Minecraft chicken.
Hoi hoi hoi.
Hoi 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 indeed. Hoi hoi Puffy yummy yummy show.
I have poses for everything.
Hey.
I better. I'm good at coming up with ideas right off the thing.
My wife, the Clip Studio Dragon.
That's not Clip Studio, that's just my reference folder.
True. But you do both.
Yes.
I just remember that.
I had someone ask, how did you make the 3D models for my, because I put up the process video of the last piece I did.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, this is, calming, JRPG music, so.
Makes sense.
And I was like, they were like, how'd you make 3D models? And I was like, they come to follow Clip Studio Paint. I used to use Design Doll, but I learned how to use the ones in Paint, so I was like, yeah, I just use those.
Makes sense.
Because people have, like, you can download pre-posed things, which is nice. You can also adjust their, like, body weight and things like that, and their height, and now I know how to make them bigger or smaller. But I tend to, like, the pose I had was a pose that already existed for about half of it. And then I fucking changed it.
Was it as much of one of your Franken posts as usual?
Yeah, I'd say that. You can see it in there that, you don't see me, like, posing the 3D models, but you can see even after I get them together, I still change things up because, I have the cartoony proportions just in general.
I like seeing your Franken ones.
Oh, no, I love them, yeah.
That's why I said that, like, I like to watch you do your art because, like, I like to see, one, how your brain go burr, but two, like, you really do just, like, pull shit from the Aether and then staple it down to your drawing tablet.
I'm using a reference right now!
Yes, and it's cool! You're cool! Feel loved.
No.
Being noticed for your
I don't know how that is pulling things from the Aether, but there you go.
You, like, the way you create things. Like, you're seeing how your brain go burr.
Usually there's just a bunch of references to stuff. Just plastered up there until I figure out what I'm gonna do. That one for the Spider Yokai Lady one, that one had like so many references on the page, it was crazy. Just every little detail of that outfit.
Yo. Every yokai. Saw somebody was talking about, like, they were drawing a Corpo VTuber, and they're like, their stuff looks so simple until you start realizing how many little gwiblets and everything else is on this.
I don't like gwiblets. For some outfits it works. But I think sometimes just I think a lot of characters these days are over fucking designed.
They're too busy.
It's too busy, yeah.
That's fair.
Now, it's one thing if they have, like, a bunch of little gwiblets, but a basic outfit. That's one thing, but a lot of them... I started feeling that way as soon as, the first Overwatch. As soon as that started to become a thing, I was like, designs are getting too busy.
Well, you haven't seen Overwatch 2, so... Yeah. It's
but that's where I started.
Yeah.
After that point, I was like, it just got worse. Now, there are some designs I like the Y2K style stuff tends to have, like the, Shibuya fashion design, where, like, they have 500 barrettes and stickers on everything. That's a look. I like that look. But I don't need that on every character.
What's the world ends with you, where it's just buttons everywhere?
Mm-hmm. Like, it's one thing to have like 1 or 2, but like people have like 30 earrings or something, and I'm like,
yeah.
Do you really need all that? Do you really need all these little doodads?
More doodads.
It just feels so busy.
Make them suffer for their crime of designing a character. I don't know, I think...
And then I never know what's like important to them when I do commissions, so I have to include everything. Sorry.
I guess it depends on like what's more important, the like overall design or a simplified like outline. Like, cause
a silhouette.
Yeah, silhouette. Thank you. Cause like that's a big difference between Overwatch and TF2. Like, no matter what bullshit you added in TF2, and they added a lot of bullshit, you knew what a spy was. You knew what a medic was. And you could immediately identify them. Whereas...
And in different colors.
Mm-hmm. And even with all the claptrap and bullshit that they added, all the hats and all that, you could still immediately tell one from the other. Whereas, like, Overwatch and later games and stuff like that, that has definitely been lost a lot. And, like, you know, looking at the Marvel Overwatch game where you have just... You have 3 different skinny blonde ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come the fuck on.
I would say, yeah, superhero outfits are so complex these days. There's like 5 layers of armor. It's like they feel like they can't have a covered piece, but things like Genshin and anything with the MiHoYo, those are... There are elements of their outfits I like.
Yeah.
And sometimes like the silhouette of the fabric is good, but there's way too much fucking shit on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like, oh, well, we can do all that now, and we can give it all physics and stuff. Isn't it cool? It's like, but should you?
Yeah.
I think that's going to fall out of fashion after a while, personally, because I think it's just going to be way too over-designed.
Mm-hmm. I think that, like, simplifying it and making it more, like, making it more something that you do want to look at, as opposed to just having shit zillion amounts of things to look at.
To me, they just start looking like Sparkle Dog characters.
It's true. Yeah. Because they are.
Because look at this outfit. I think these pauldrons are stupid, but...
Well, it was also, like, that's the 90s, right?
Yeah. But, like, their design was fairly simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it might have had some jewels and shit in it, but for the most part, you could tell what everything was.
Yeah.
You could tell what that piece of fabric was and how it worked. I can't imagine being a cosplayer these days.
Yeah, for some... God, the MiHoYo cosplayer would just be, like... That would just be suffering for whoever makes that cosplay.
Like, with enough fabric and foam, I could make this outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'd want to, but I could. It's feasible.
I wonder if that
I would have to, like, fucking take up a class to make some of the fucking outfits for, like, MiHoYo shit.
I wonder if that also kind of reflects how, like, the tech of the time that they were created.
It does, yeah.
Like,
you have to have, especially if, like, I forget if this is a game or an anime.
oh, that's an anime. The blonde
Yeah, anime, for one thing, you have to have relatively simplified characters. Like, the more simple, the better. That's why more people wanted to work on Mob Psycho after One Punch than actually One Punch, because the art design of Mob means you can do much more animation easier. Because you can he's very simple design. Boy is just this. Bless him, he's just that. But think of how much you can squash and stretch that without actually losing anything of the character. Whereas if you have a really over-the-top character, you're gonna lose some of that. But things for, like, MiHoYo, they're 3D models. You could technically do whatever the fuck you want with them. As opposed to back then where you were limited by the design of the time. And especially with video games, that's why a lot of their armors and stuff, look at, like, the dragon one done by the DBZ guy. I always forget the name.
Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest, thank you. Look how simple the designs in that are. Look at the slime. Yeah. And that's because they were made of, like, 5 pixels in Hope. So you want designs that can be easily translated by 5 pixels and hope. So you have to keep things relatively simple.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an aesthetic to that. Same with like DBZ. Look how simple a lot of their character designs are. It's because you gotta draw them like 500 times. Not even just with the anime, but with the manga. Remember how he said he like started to do the Super Saiyans just so they wouldn't have to fucking beta his hair?
Oh no, they're blonde.
And people are like, is it white supremacist? Like, we were just tired of inking all the hair, man. And I'm
don't-
like, base, bro.
We don't wanna. You know what's funny is there is going to be a bunch of new Funko Pops for Dragon Ball, which Funko, but the first one that we got in was Poir and Yamcha, the little cat and Fail Man.
Yeah.
And
I know who Yamcha is.
Yeah.
I forget the other one sometimes, but
yeah, it's the little cat that hangs around with Fail Man. And
you're a fail, man.
but yeah, so the cat looks actually fantastic as a Funko.
Cause he already looks like a Funko.
Because it's so simplified and such a the design is just nailed down so well that the cat just looks like a cat. It looks normal.
Yeah.
Whereas all the other stuff is just like, oh yeah.
Cause Cause DBZ has good, relatively simple, easily defined designs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Astro Boy. Look
Yeah.
at all the Tezuka stuff, how simple his designs are. You can draw those a bunch of times, which he did like 500 fucking series, so yeah.
Draw them blindfolded and backwards.
That's what it feels like he does sometimes.
Bother hubbing. Yeah. Look at them big ears. Them big elf ears.
Legit.
We've inbred the elves too much in the decades since.
Why you do this? Leave me be, woman.
You did Smoochy ASMR last time. I do it this time.
Yeah, but I'm hot.
Yeah, you are hot.
No.
Our elf design, modern elves has such small, backwards elves ears. Elves used to have huge ears. They live in a forest. They need to hear shit. I want to see them with droopy ears because they're antique.
Some of the old anime ears were so big, though. Like
Yeah.
the elf ears.
Yes, they live in forests.
Even these are pretty big.
They need to hear things now.
Now they're just like normal
Pugs.
human ears.
Now they're like they said, pugs. We have inbred the elves too much.
Guess they'll die.
Ah, they're already doing that. It just takes them hundreds of years. Lazy buggers.
I think the elf on like the Elf Shut-In anime had big ears.
Yeah, because she's a more classic design. I want something as a little treat, something that is fun to eat. Chocolate covered graham crackers.
I'm gonna eat all those while you're at work.
They're half mine.
Oh, they're not. They're all mine now.
They're half mine.
Habsburg ears. They're full of water.
Habsburg elves. They would be. Do you want a crunch?
No, I don't want to eat on my...
Okay.
Eat them all now so I can't eat them.
They are quite certain they no longer have blood, simply black fluid.
They saw Spock and just stuck to that.
It's true. Which is funny, because Spock's a halfling.
Does he still reproduce by touching hands?
He can.
Does he still have to go to back to his home place to like fuck, or he'll die?
Yeah, he gets the heat. It's a thing.
Oh, I bet there's so many fanfictions about this. That was suggested like multiple times for when I was like, you guys want me to draw with Oon doing anything dirty? And a bunch of them were like heat. I was like, maybe? I don't know, it just seems so generic.
Okay, what's the difference between halfling and a half-elf then, Bard? Because a halfling is half-elf, ain't they? Or are they like are they actually like a quarter elf?
I thought they were short, and that was it. I don't fucking care. Y'all are arguing over fictional species.
We have to deal with the proper taxonomy of
No, you
fantasy
don't.
creatures.
I keep telling you, D&D people, you don't have to. You can make shit up. It's not a real game. Like, you don't get a score for it. You're not competing anyone. You can do whatever you fuck you want. I don't know why you're all so obsessed with rules.
Taxonomy is important.
I will never understand that with D&D people. They are the most rule-obsessed people, and it, like, you don't have to! You can just do whatever the fuck you want. No one's stopping you. You want to fuck the dragon? Roll to fuck the dragon. Who cares?
Yeah, see, taxonomy important.
It's stupid.
Aren't halflings half humans? Or is halfling just a different species and they're racist?
D&D and like the early fantasy shit in general is extremely fucking racist. And I feel like people need to acknowledge that more.
Dragon's a top roll constitution. Oh, okay, so halfling.
You
okay.
know, that Cloud Meadow game, you did have to have enough, like, health and constitution to fuck the centaur.
Yeah?
Yeah, otherwise it would kill you. You'd die fucking them. Pretty cool.
I was gonna say,
See, now that's a game!
there's a lot of people that would 100% roll that. Not care what the roll was, just do the dice anyways.
Oh my god.
I've seen enough internet people to know that they would just roll that dice anyway.
You can! You can just do it and die.
Die like you lived, stupid.
I gotta play that game again.
Mm-hmm.
There's some fuckable ass, like, dudes in there that I could totally go for. I would play so many of these fucking Steam adult games if any of them had anyone attractive to me that you could actually fuck. And if they do, it's like a storekeeper or some guy. It's never like one of the people you can actually bang. It pisses me the fuck off. All this porn, and I can't play any of it because I don't care. Oh, I did it in the wrong layer.
Wife looking at a porn game. Disappointing!
Is that too much to ask? Just like dudes I would be into? Or even chicks I'd be into?
What night?
No! Even that one was like, meh.
Yeah.
Give me some, like, actual monsters. And do some weird, kinky monster shit.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't really want to, like, fuck a character that's not interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather have it be a ship. I'd rather have, like, the BL shit. I don't fuck them, I tell them to fuck each other.
Wife just sitting there staring at them as they
Do
do
it.
stuff. A little pair of glowing eyes in the fucking back.
That's what I want to be. I'm reading this manga right now that's really good. I put it somewhere and I forget. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah. It's called The Otaku Love Connection, and it's about a dude who's obsessed with this other couple at his school. That's actually a really good couple. I see why he's obsessed with them. Mm-hmm. And a girl likes him, but she also likes the couple, so she gets close to him by talking about the couple.
They talk about their shippies.
They talk about their shippies, and it's very clued into the shipping shit, and I appreciate that. But also, the couple is cute, too, because it's like the beautiful, effeminate woman with, like, the curly hair, and she's short, and then the incredibly tall, buff man who does archery and stuff, but he's the bottom.
Of course.
And she's, like, the manipulative top. And I was like, yeah, no, that's a good couple. Yeah, I see why you like that. I also like that.
Wife, ship accepted.
The otaku and the girl who likes the otaku, who is also an otaku, have not yet discovered that they ship them different ways. She thinks the guy is the top. Which is an objectively worse pairing. Sorry. No, spiteful small woman, yes.
I still remember in the Watakai, the fucking, like, your ship orientation is wrong and you should feel bad.
That is actually a constant thing in BL anime and manga and stuff, is people fighting about their ships.
I just find it fucking funny.
Huh. Oh yeah, I think I remember something about that. Like, wasn't there a controversial thing for Cloud Meadow at one point? Like, someone stealing art or something, and then the guys just took their art and left and made Cloud Meadow or something? I don't know. It was a long time ago, I think.
Outside of me feel the reference.
I remember something like that. I don't keep an eye on that stuff. I'm gonna have to make my own porn game.
With blackjack and hooker.
I can't do that though, because I can't make hate mances. Like whole cloth. I have to get store-bought. I tried. I was gonna like file off the serial numbers for AU story I had and just write it as its own story. And I couldn't, because I couldn't make the characters hateful enough on my own. I'm too nice and I hate it.
It's not the right kind of hate.
No, I just couldn't make them mad enough at each other. I'm too nice. Look at my fucking Narilam thing. They're together now just fine.
Hey.
I'm bad at it. I had a happy ending.
You can have a happy ending.
I don't want a happy
ending.
ending.
As a treat.
But I write happy endings. Because I'm not that good at it. I'm not a good writer. I'm a drawer. You open me up and you see ships.
Little paper craft already.
That's why I kind of want to go to the writing class thing at the library. Maybe improve a bit. Because I know my writing is not great. I only do character writing, and I only, like, people will be asking about other stuff in the world, and I'm like, nah, I don't care about that. This is a ship comic. I don't care.
Where's your world building? Someone else.
I ain't building no world. These two are fucking. That's all we need to care about. Shut the fuck up and care about it.
About it.
About it. Shut the fuck up and care about it.
You know what I'm about.
But I'm a very character-driven writer in general, just with anything I do. So if it's not about the characters, I don't really care. That's why I do fan art and I don't write the actual thing. This is why I'm never gonna get a makeshift plushie. I don't do my own shit. I like to work with other people's shit.
Yeah, Bart says yes, there was a mess going on there.
Oh, I think breeding season is another thing too, isn't it? I think that's on Steam. I don't know.
Sounds like it's one of those, good lord, what's going on over there? Yeah, can't come up with hate fucks.
It's hard, man. I'm not good at kismistitude.
Conflict.
It's hard. In one sense, I'm great at bringing other people's shit to life. On the other hand, I'm bad at bringing my own. Like, I'm bad at creating my own. I can bring it to life, but I can't make it.
And then you make it dance.
Which makes me better to work with people, in a sense.
Support unit.
Yeah. I consider myself art-wise a very support unit person. I think that's my calling, but that also means like I don't get a lot of fame for myself. Which is also fine. But I would like a plushie of myself. Oh, there you go.
Ah. A complete bust in a porn game.
Ha ha ha! I think I got Cloud Meadow because I saw like online some of the shopkeepers were like skeleton mins.
As you do.
Because I'm not a furry, I'm a monster fucker. I'm not even like, no, I'm not a furry. I mean like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not a furry. We've tested this. If I were a furry, I'd be making, I'd be making more money, but I'd also like have more shit.
You'd be drawing Renamon.
I like Renamon! I don't like how people treat Renamon.
They draw Wrongamon?
No, because they don't give her any character.
Yeah.
They just like the way she looks and not who she is. I hate that. I used to think that was a furry problem. No, it's just men. It's just men.
Boring. Derogatory.
That sucks. Like, she's such an interesting character.
Yeah.
But they're just like, oh, sexy fox lady. And make it like a subspecies. That's another thing why, like, I can't really get into the furry stuff either, because it's really mostly that. I think that's why so many, like, furries are men. Because it tends to be, like, the women, cis or trans or otherwise, who tend to get into the shipping stuff.
Right.
Whereas men tend to just, like, again, cis, trans or otherwise, just like the characters. And you might have a bit of the personality of the character in there, but sometimes it's just the looks. And if you're just making characters whole cloth, you're, like, just assigning them some personality. It's like how that one lady said she was derogatory about otaku who think, like, underpants color is a character trait.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about, like, some furries, just in general. And it's just, like, men in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not in that mindset. I have nothing wrong with it. If you want to, like, just define your character entirely by their kinks, you know, I'll draw it for you. I'll, you know, go off. Especially if it's a well-designed character. But, like, I need more meat to it. I need, like, shipping. I need the conflict they're facing, their personality, what they're doing, what's their goals, that kind of stuff. I need them to hate somebody else. So I can't just be like, oh, I like this character shape, so now I'm gonna do everything that I want to see in smut or anything else with this character. No, it's gotta make sense to the character.
Right.
To the point where I feel bad when I do something that's kind of out of character. And sometimes my take on the character is not correct, but it's still, like, within how I feel about that character, so.
No, I'm off model.
Nah. But to just, like, take the character and, like, tune it down to just their aesthetics, and then just slap whatever, like, porn filter you want on top of it, I can't get into that. I don't even have anything against it, I just can't get into it. If you took, like, Narander, and, like, I don't know, thankfully, like, they have, like, they have the Homestuck thing, where, like, there's enough info about them to, build a character in your mind, but it's not complete.
Right.
That's how Cult of the Lamb goes. So, if you got Narander and you did some stuff with him that wasn't in character, the contrast of that not being in character would be interesting to me, but if you just did, like, here's my cultist, and you did stuff with them, I wouldn't be interested. I might be like, ooh, nice art, but that's about it. It's so hard to explain to some people. I thought everyone's brain was like this, but apparently not. I can't be attracted to things if I don't know their deeper most issues? What? What do you mean you can just look at someone and find them attractive?
There's no trauma here. Illegal.
I wonder if it means I'm demi or some shit.
I mean, that, like, knowing more about someone and that's what makes you attracted to them is part of that, yeah. But, like, that is also the way that a lot of people do, so, like, hard to say?
I don't know. It's interesting, though.
Mm-hmm. Creator Bayonetta bitching about all the BDSM fan art.
Yeah, that's true. I do agree. See, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing some BDSM, I'm doing some Shibari work with, Nari right now. And the fact that, that would technically be out of character, I deal with by being like, he feels safe with Uin. So you can tie, hi Doom, you can tie that, thing that he wouldn't usually do to make him awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So even when it's technically, like, out of character, it's just a way to fuck with the characters. I want to make him uncomfortable. I did make him very uncomfortable. You saw me drawing him earlier with him, like, hiding his little skeleton booty. It was very cute. I think people like that. It's my version of the Rite of Lust outfit that everyone's been doing. I had to redraw it today because I just did not like where it was going. But I think I like it now. If I don't like where something's going, I'm not going to finish it.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm talky today.
No, it's good. How's Nara? How's Nara to get roped into that?
Yeah. Uin.
Lamb butt.
That's the thing, like, mine is designed so, they have, like, an almost fully covering robe to start with. Except it's, like, cut really far down the back. So, hi, Doom! So when Uin's going out, it'd be like, or, you know, he's like, what the fuck are you wearing? And Uin's like, it's for the Rite of Lust. What, is there anything wrong with it? And like, yeah, it's cut low down the back, but like, so is Uin's regular outfit, and everything else, including arms and legs, were covered. So he was like, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. I know you're thinking something evil or something like that, but I'm gonna just go with it. Yeah. And then when Uin opens the curtain, the light shines through it, and you realize that this whole robe is incredibly sheer, and there's intricate pentagram shibari under it, and just shibari. So Uin gets the pentagram shibari, and Nari gets the skeleton shibari, so that they match. And it's to celebrate their once bound master. That's the excuse anyway. I just wanted to draw shibari. I really like shibari.
Uin commissioning it from the spider. Look, I want this. I want this so bad.
Actually be the silkworm. I do want to do one where Uin goes up to Nari and is like to get him away from his family, and it's just like, I don't know, I thought you'd want to do like that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. And Nari like nervously like, it's like, I gotta go. And they're like, then probably, unless she would be like, we know you're fucking, or something like that. But it's just like the ear cleaning on the lap, because you have to clean Nakey Cat's ears because they get really dirty.
Yeah.
And Nari just loves the shit out of it. Like his little feet are stretched and his little beans are out and he's just purring away. And then Uin and Shimura meet afterwards, and Shimura knows what happens because they used to do that with Nari, like clean out their little ears for them when they were like little kid. And they start having like a passive-aggressive like argument about whether or not silk or wool would clear out his ears better.
I'm better at it. I get it deeper.
And I was like, oh, but when I did it, I tended to use silk, which I do believe works better. Oh, I don't know about that. Wool seems like who should be better to take care of Narinder, because it's basically the in-law mom. It's the mother-in-law, but it's Shimura.
The Shimura-in-law.
I gotta design scary Shimura sometime, because I'm gonna have them be scary at certain points. It's honestly debatable if they're even like as damaged as they come off being, or if they planned everything and they're just disguising all their shit like Uin does, but better. That's one of the reasons Uin doesn't like them. Is started because Shimura and Nari were so close, but also they got a lot in common.
Wait a minute. Was that an off-color cunty joke at my expense? You can make those? Maybe.
What? What are we talking about? Yeah, just doing that. They're gonna do that well until after being healed. They don't care.
What? No, that would be rude.
It's like how, like, if Calamar doesn't want to talk to people, he just turns away.
No, that would be rude. Also, that doesn't fit you anymore now that you've put on weight. What?
Haket would be like, it's good. It means you're healthy. Holding up Nari by like the tail. It's like, look how skinny you are. Like just pinching at his wrist. You should be chubby, full of food, like the lamb. And Lamb's like, hey! Why does everyone keep saying that? I'm not even that chubby.
I'm just fluffy. It's my winter coat.
No. No. Yeah, I draw them Liam now. I don't even draw them that chubby.
Believed by no one.
I just draw them what I would consider normal size. Got a little pudge. Yeah. Normal people have a little pudge. It's good to have a little pudge.
That's a treat.
It means you're fed. Abs do not mean he is stronger. Abs means he is not fed enough.
More food.
Abs means he is not watered. He didn't water your man. There's one post the guy was like, women will see a guy like this and choose like a guy who doesn't work out. And I was like, yeah, because you're not fucking hydrated or fed. Fucking, you know, drink your water and have a burger. I want my men to be happy and fed, not dehydrated and muscly.
You look like you're about to perish after a long walk. I do agree with that though. It's just like, man, motherfucker, go drink a soda. You don't need to eat just chicken and unseasoned rice. Go
Yeah.
for flavor.
I don't even, I've always said this, but I don't think I would even be like compatible. I'd be compatible, but I don't think I'd be compatible with really like gym bro type people. Because a lot of them have a lot of stuff set on their life that they can't do. And I want to like live my life with a person. I want to eat carbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one thing to be healthy, but like that's like a lot of time spent at the gym, and I don't really get a lot of joy out of the gym, so I don't really think we'd be compatible.
Nope.
It's not that I dislike them or anything, it's just when I see a guy with a little bit of chub, it's obvious, like, they don't spend as much time at the gym. They might, but they might do practical shit. And I rather spend time with that guy, because, like, it looks like a guy who would sit down and watch movies with me instead of, like, pumping iron and eating unseasoned chicken. Which is a better life to live.
And we are gonna make fun of the unseasoned chicken forever, because no, just put some fucking seasoning on it. There is no
That has salt in it. Another thing, can't eat salt. I ain't fucking not eating salt.
Yeah, no.
Screw you guys.
Yeah, no.
I don't care how unhealthy it is. I'm not living a life not eating bread.
Bread.
That's true, but I wouldn't even date the guys probably at the strongman competitions unless they were really cute. I do like the chubby guys.
Yeah.
The strong. My guys got enough chub to be soft.
Yeah.
You're not chubby though. You're actually very skinny in my opinion. But you got your nice, soft muscles. What's the point of having muscles if they're not squishy? I don't want hard muscles. I want muscles I can lay my head on and sleep.
She wants to use me as a napping post.
Yes. Otherwise, what's the point of the muscles? You're supposed to want them to wrap their nice meaty arms around you and suffocate you lovingly.
She sent me a picture of a character just getting their fucking face squished against biceps and titties and be like,
yeah, I'm gonna draw a cat like that with Fornius.
yeah.
Fornius likes the muscles.
Yeah.
She likes her big girlfriend.
Girlfriend strong, girlfriend thick.
Yes. Why aren't you closing the right caps? Oh my god.
Bother you.
It does. Oh my god. All this AI and I can't get a fill tool that works the way I want it to. Why isn't anyone making that?
Because that would have to be made by somebody who was doing something to help and enable as opposed to harm and disable.
That's true.
Trying to steal this from people.
I would actually, like, if we were gonna have, like, an AI thing, I would love something that could, like, recognize things and search, like, your photos and stuff. That would be nice. Like, something where I could, like, draw a vague outline. It would be like, here's the stuff that looks like that. But nah, we gotta have, like, just stealing people's shit. Woohoo. I sure wanted that.
Here's a TV that looks like an apple.
I made a post about this, but I got suggested this song about tieflings on YouTube, and the guy had used AI art as his backdrop, and I found out later he had used it for the music too. He just wrote the lyrics, supposedly. I was like, why didn't you just fucking AI the lyrics then? Yeah. And he was like, whatever you say. I was like, okay. But I was like, bro, there are so many tiefling D&D people who are just content creators who would have been up as shit for this fucking song.
Yeah.
Who would have happily cross-promoted and given you probably already drawn art or even commissioned something for it. And you just, like, lost out on that because you wanted to be lazy. And just do AI for it. That's the thing you kind of also lose when you do that stuff. You lose the potential for cross-promotion. Because you could have gotten an artist to draw that. Yeah. And the artist could have been like, look, I drew this thing. And it wouldn't even have to be commissions. It could have just been like a request or just a friend.
And now absolutely no one will want to touch it.
Plus it's D&D people. They hate AI.
Yeah.
They fucking hate that shit, man. Why would you even consider that?
I don't know why Hasbro keeps having this problem here.
It makes you look cheap. It makes you look untalented. It makes everyone question what you actually put in that, if anything. Like, I don't believe you actually wrote the lyrics. Because you AI'd everything else. Why would I believe you wrote the lyrics? And it's just detrimental to whatever you could have possibly wanted to do with this piece of content. I can see it like, I want to look at a thing, and so you make the thing. But there's so many people out here trying, not that that's good either, you should, like, not steal people's shit to make whatever porn you want to look at. But it's one thing to be like, I want to see Renamon bouncing on one of those dildo balls or something like that. And I don't want to commission someone to draw it so I can get my rocks off. That is one thing. It's still not a good thing, but it is one thing. But it's another thing to be like, I am going to put out Renamon jumping on a ball to get other people's rocks off, and then they will pay me for it. It's like, bitch, I could just put that in. Why are you acting like this is yours? You are literally showing me that I do not need you specifically to do the thing. So why would I get you to do the thing? You're literally showing me you're not needed for your job.
Why don't you just do this thing that makes it clear and like it's commissioning your character on oil and painting. And like, yeah, like you said, like Hasbro constantly gets their fucking shit kicked in because of AI stuff. Even though, for those people who want another reason to hate Hasbro, it's very easy and you should, they're using Gen AI to put back out the first series of Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, on their YouTube channel where it is, quote, upscaled to 4K. And what they said in the announcement, but didn't say on the YouTube, is that they used Gen AI to fucking make it 4K.
Which means you're not going to be able to read anything in there now. Congrats.
So they've already, like, these are from the people who also already sold off the entire history of Power Rangers because they sold all of the old uniforms and everything that has been collected over the years. They already literally sold out Power Rangers. They don't care, including selling some of the tokusatsu suits, which weren't theirs to sell anyways, but they're stupid. But now they're double selling out by just Gen AIing old stuff, calling it Power Rangers Reignited, and just making a new generation of people hate Hasbro more. Like, what benefit is that?
Do they not have the blanks that they could just upload straight to?
Yes! Twitch did a fucking marathon of the original ones. They've done that before. There's no reason for Hasbro to do this other than just being cunts. Hasbro is literally just a bunch of skeleton warriors, and there's no reason for it. Like, literally pointless. This is just
I assume since they made it, they have the HD original, like, film.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was made in the 90s, so it's not going to be about so HD, but the fact of the matter is...
It would be the most HD it can be.
Yeah, like, the fact of the matter is there's no reason for them to have done it at all. They can just upload it straight, because that's all people want. Like, people who want to watch the original one can. They would just upload it and be done with it, unless they sold that too when they sold everything else off, but they're fucking stupid.
It's like the Silent Hill HD collection.
Yeah. Like, it's such a pointless thing that just gets them nothing but hate from everyone. It's like, do you have a humiliation fetish? Is that what this is about?
They're gonna keep forcing this shit on us till we accept it.
And like, most of these companies are just...
They paid for it, so now we gotta fucking pay for it. That's how they feel.
It's just like, no, this is stupid. This is stupid and nobody liked this.
This is stupid and nobody likes you.
Yeah, like right now, one of the things they're trying to, like, they are, they're wanting to get more D&D stuff on 1D&D, because again, they, you know, they spent money on it, but then they fucking screwed themselves over constantly. And one of the things is like, well, we're gonna add in some of the third-party things. So like, one of the biggest Kickstarters was for a third-party D&D campaign, and they're like, we're gonna add that to our thing. And it's like, okay, so you're just done with actually creating anything new. You're just gonna cannibalize everything old.
Are you gonna pay those people you stole it from?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Because you know, it was made on the license, so technically we own it. We don't have to pay them.
Why don't you just become like the in-between store? That way you don't have to pay to make any content, and people can just sell it on there, and you just make sure no one's got horrible racist shit.
Just be the D&D, you know, be D&D Steam.
Yeah, that's really it. You could just be D&D Steam. I don't really see any reason not to.
Yeah. Like,
you don't have to make your own content. You don't gotta pretend you're making content. Steam's not making that content, but they're making money off that content because they just made it easy for you to buy it, which is great.
It's just,
people make things, they want to sell them, and there's an easy place to go sell them. You take a cut, you do no work, everybody's happy.
Yeah, it's like that's why Second Life stuck around. I think still is around. Like, they just made it so that you had a place that everyone could, buy, sell, and trade their stuff in a direct, unified area, and then be done with it. They make a cut, everybody gets to make their business, and then you fuck off.
That's really all you gotta do, too. Yeah, you don't get 100% of the money, but you do like 0% of the work, so who the fuck cares?
No work, infinite money forever, and then shut the hell up. Done.
Oh, I forgot to do the hair on the sketch.
That's what's always so wild to me. It's like, you'd have the easiest possible position on this. Just don't fuck it up. And then they're like, but what if we light the entire area on fire?
Like, what does people like Steam actually have to do? All they gotta do is, like, just vaguely...
occasional curation of stuff.
Yeah. That is so much... They have, what, like 5 employees or something like that?
Yeah, it's astonishing how few employees actually work at Steam.
Yeah. And it sounds like they don't really need to.
Yeah.
It isn't that great. They're probably making oodles of money just doing that. And it don't hurt no one. They don't need to make more money. Who cares?
It's just like, this is the infinite money glitch. We're done.
I have a basic confirmation that things will work on the thing I'm playing it on, and if not, I can get a refund. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's really what, like, I'm paying for. I'm paying for that ease of use.
And, that's why Steam is the way Steam is, because they straight up said, we see that there's piracy and piracy problems, and we could do all this DMCA shit, or we could just make it so we have a better service. That was it. That was the entire reasoning behind Steam existing. It's just, if we provide a better service, they'll come to us. That's why Apple, with the Apple Store, where you could just buy the song you wanted for $1, that competed against things like LimeWire, where you could just download it all for free.
At least you'd be confirmed that you'd be getting the thing that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. You would just go there, spend your $1, get the song, and leave. And that's super easy. And now you have all your songs in the same place. Wow, that's so convenient. Done! Makes hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, just stop doing stupid shit.
Ideally, I'd like them to not fuck over the creators,
Mm-hmm.
which Steam I don't believe does.
No, I mean, they take
Otherwise,
a cut.
people would be like, buy my thing here instead.
Yeah, they take a cut.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's been the same cut for, like, ever. So they haven't raised prices or anything like that, or started to try and, like, grind people down or mandate microtransactions or anything like that. They're just like, look, this is the system, this is how you do it, done, go away. That's it. That's all people need.
And you get all your shit shown to people, which is the main goal. If people can't find your shit, they can't buy it.
Yeah.
The better their algorithm does to let you find the shit you want, the more money both parties make.
And like, there is, some small, like, failing with success kind of thing where it is harder to see some indie stuff because there's just so much going on there, but like...
I actually get a lot of indie on mine. Like, it's pretty curated to my tastes, honestly.
Yeah. But like, the sheer infinite volume of possibilities kind of situation.
Because not every indie game is gonna work for everyone's taste, either. So you don't want something to just push all the indie content on. Then you can just go to Itch.io, which is also pretty good, but like, you could just go there. I'd rather have something relatively curated to me so that I can find things I like, but also I'm not constantly being shown crap. Also, like, the review system and the tagging system, I think, works really great for figuring out by just a glance whether or not a game would actually be something I'd play.
Yeah.
Because I know what I like, and I know, if something is appealing to me. And one thing I've always liked about Steam is, like, the people who play it review it rather than, like, the big reviewers. Because, like, most people probably wouldn't like the kind of games I play.
Yeah.
But the kind of games I play are being reviewed by the same people who like the kind of games I play, so it ends up coming out that like I can find the weird ones that are actually really good because the rest of the weirdos are finding them.
The same 6 freaks.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it feels, yeah. And I can tell by their reviews whether or not this game appeals at what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for most stuff that I like, most people would look at and be like, what the fuck is this shit?
What are you on about?
It's like, why would anyone play this? And I'm like, yay!
That's like, you know, I like Angry Joe. I think he's fun and I enjoy watching his stuff. He'll like some things that I definitely won't like. And he'll like something, or like he won't like some of the stuff that I'm like, yeah, but I like that. This is my kind of weird.
I feel the same way about Mother's Basement.
Mm-hmm. And, what's this called? The guy that got a new thing now. Like, the one that used to be part of the one thing and now is part of the other.
Linkara?
No. The one that was like the only person left at the one.
Oh, Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, Second Wind, yeah. I've been watching his stuff. He usually likes the kind of things I like to a relative extent. Or at the very least, he dislikes things for the same reason I dislike things, which might be more important.
Yeah. I understand his hate.
I like Mother's Basement stuff, because even if he likes something that I wouldn't like, which happens more often than it should lately, but still, because he's thinking too much with his dick, in my opinion. But he still explains why he likes it. That's why I like his trash thing, because he'll be like, here is why this is trash, and it's also fun as shit. Like, you need that. You need, I'd rather have someone who doesn't like the stuff I like, who can explain why he likes them.
Yeah.
Because then, I'll understand if that is, made for me or not. Which is more important, in my opinion, than just being, like, someone likes the exact same thing you do and then suggest things. Because it might make me like things that are outside of my usual wheelhouse, which is also important. It's good to try new things.
It's cool. But yeah, like, I 100%, if I have a reviewer or things like that where, like, I'll try new stuff if they're like, yeah, you might like this kind of thing. So, the U2 album. Yeah. Yeah, that was a funny thing. Which, again, don't do stupid shit and you won't fuck around and find out. They did stupid shit. Where we had the birth of just, we're gonna give you stuff and you have no choice in the matter. Windows. Fuck off. Do you hear that, so, Windows 11 keeps trying to add this one thing to it where it would, like, constantly be feeding what you do into an AI.
Please don't.
Basically what everyone said. Because that's fucking stupid. Stop it. And, so anywho's, it's, one of those, like, private communication app kind of things. I think it was Telegram, was like, okay, fine, I guess since you keep doing this, we're going to have to list ourselves this way and do this workaround to make it so you literally cannot, but we shouldn't have to. That's stupid because we can't opt out and neither can users, so fine. We're going to have to manipulate Windows to make them stop doing the thing that no one wants. And, like, they backpedaled before because literally the entirety of the industry was like, wow, this is a massive security, like, huge security hole if you do this shit. Because anybody who's using, like, anybody who's working in the healthcare industry wouldn't be able to use Windows 11, period, if they turn this thing on. So, like, they backpedaled for a while and seemed to be getting the right idea, but now they're like, well, we spent money on it.
I know, that's just it. They spent money on it and they need to justify it.
It's just like, bruh, stop it.
Maybe don't spend money on stupid crap.
The inability of corporate asshats to not do something stupid.
That's why they keep pushing AI. They paid money for it when it seemed like it was a good idea. And refused to back down because you paid money for it and you have to write it off. You can't just, like, say, like, oh no, I was wrong for this, I guess we'll try something else. No, you have to keep pushing it.
Yep.
No one wants it. It lowers the value of your brand, but you got to keep pushing it.
Like, there is a whole new batch of Samsung TVs coming out. And that is specifically the thing that they're like, this brand is better, like, this line is better than our old line because it's going to have AI in it. But they're also, like, hella trying hard to scrub any mention of AI from, like, the outside of the box and stuff like that. So they know that if people actually knew it was an AI TV, they would just not buy it, period. So they know it's stupid, they know it's a terrible idea, and they're still desperate to try and sell it.
I'm kind of surprised how against AI most people got right off the fucking bat.
Yeah.
Like, even normal people who don't keep track of this shit. Like, the only people who seem to like it is, like, aging boomers and, like, annoying tech bros.
Yeah, there's a lot of shills that desperately want to sell it, and that's like it.
Alright. Took a little longer on that than I probably should have. To itis.
Keep it down.
If you're sleepy, hon, you can go to bed.
I'm always sleepy.
I might give this a bit of grain. Oh, they got a lipstick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anime characters usually don't have lipstick. Actually, I forgot the white of the eyelashes, too. Lock that layer.
I wonder if lipstick is a more, like, recent thing as far as, like, adding that to anime characters and stuff.
It depends.
Do you think it's because it was hard to do back then?
Usually if a character had lipstick, it would be on their character design. It wouldn't be an extra thing. Nowadays you can do a little bit of, like, faux airbrushing. So it's easier. But back then, you basically had to paint it on there. There's some nice ones with sign, or is that supposed to sensei with lipstick?
Alright, Bard, have good.
There's a really hot scene in that where they're doing the like thing where they check your weight and growth and stuff. And they have the principal lady come in. And she's supposed to be, like, as far as, like, the anime is concerned, the hot, mature girl.
Of course.
Basically. The one that, like, all the girls compare to. And, like, she gets, like, her boobs measured like they insist on doing in Japan for some damn reason. I don't know why. And she says, like, I want to check, like, this, and my cholesterol. But when she says, cholesterol, it zooms in on her lips and does, like, really detailed lip syncing.
Yeah.
To just, like, show off her hot-ass adult, you know, lips and stuff like that. And it stuck with me. She's very attractive.
It stuck with you. Gee.
But, like, that was, like, the joke. It was, like, saying something not sexy. Very, sexy ways and stuff. And all the girls are like, oh yeah, I guess you don't care about how big your tits are when you're a full-grown-ass adult, do you?
She's sultry. I like my
She could have smaller tits.
Hey.
I'm not a huge fan of giant tits, but usually they don't play them up too much, so it's not bad. Actually, I might be able to find that. Hang on.
I'm not a huge fan of huge honkers.
Try female teacher. I forget her name. Damn, they do not have much on the Wikia for this shit.
I'm sorry, wife.
Here we go. This is what got me. Look at this woman. This.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the kind of shit that gets me.
Classy professional dance.
And you can see they don't really emphasize her tits, but apparently she has like the biggest ones in the fucking thing. Which is nice that we don't have to put up with that too much. But she's very pretty. I like pretty ladies. I like pretty adult ladies.
Ladies hot. Ladies are hot.
She's also just ever so slightly, like, exasperated by this motherfucker, which is also hot. Alright, time for Bard's bullshit. Sorry, not that Bard. Nice Bard. Lloyd.
Yes.
Lloyd.
Lloyd the Taverner.
Lloyd.
I called him Lloyd the Taverner on the YouTube thing. Because he's been playing all the Xanax.
Phoenix. Shouldn't his name be a noun?
Yeah, Taverner.
No, like, Lloyd is not a noun.
Oh.
This is like Miles the Fox, or Tails the Fox.
I guess it'd be Taverner the Lloyd. Because it's Sonic, which is like the speed, and then Hedgehog, the creature.
You should tell him that. Because that's fucking funny. Just annoying him while on the stream.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, is he streaming right now?
Yeah.
Oh. We should raid him. I don't know how to raid people though, you'd have to show me.
Oh yeah, we can do that on the Twitchy thing afterwards. We can only do it on Twitch. We can't really raid on YouTube.
Well, he's not on YouTube, is he?
No, not that I know of. Well, he might be dual streaming on the YouTube. I'm not sure.
I have no idea. This is a good picture. Yeah, perfect.
There, I sent it to him.
Good.
I hope he gets that on stream.
Because we're already like, we're 220s out of 4, so.
Plowing along at a good
and
pace.
then we'll have 3 10s. And then we'll be done. I'm gonna just make Lloyd progressively lighter in each one until his color scheme is tolerable to me.
You're just treating him
I
like
should clip that.
just treating him like an Archie Comics character. You're just gonna draw him different every time.
Yeah.
He says Lloyd the T-Fog.
No.
Like, because it's Sonic or Surge, so it has to be an action.
Knuckles isn't an action.
Oh, it's a punching. Knuckles is not smart, okay? It should be like Punchy the kid.
Tails isn't an action.
He says he's Lloyd.
Rouge isn't an action. Shadow isn't an action.
It should be like noun, like noun.
Noun the noun.
Lloyd
Amy doesn't have one.
No.
Lloyd is a girl. Why hasn't he had me draw him as a sexy woman?
You should do it as fun.
Nah, because I'd make him short with no tits. And he wouldn't like it.
You're so mean, you would.
Yeah.
You totally should, it's funny.
Make him a lolly.
When you want to be
just to bug the shit out of him.
When you want to be a short stack, but you just short.
Doesn't he like short stacks, though?
He do, that's why he would
Never mind, I'm gonna make him tall.
No, see, he'd want to be a short stack, but he's a short flat.
Short stacks can't have no tits?
No, that's the whole thing of short stack, is they got curve.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just like a short, chubby character.
No, they're short and stacked. Instead of having vertical, they're compressed down, so now they have horizontal.
Yeah, I thought that was like hips. I didn't know that was necessarily tits.
Yeah, it's usually
I should draw Rouge, but at what circumference?
You draw her as wide as she is round, if you weren't a coward. I always like that meme.
What did I say with Lloyd? Should I draw a dragon, but at what size?
So fuck you, smooths your dragon.
You found that so offensive. Well, he found it funny. I didn't think it was funny. I think his shit's annoying.
You gotta just fucking smooth this boy when he's not looking. Do that like the dun 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 dun. Like every time when you do like the dun and it does like a different pose, just smooth the dragon.
Get down.
Yeah.
Get down.
It's like sit there like every time he looks at it the dragon looks normal, then when he looks away it's just fucking smooth.
Well, it's too pointy. I spent half my time fucking drawing all those damn spikes. I'm trying to draw porn.
Try to draw your creature getting railed here. Right, now I have that song stuck in my head. I blame wife.
Good. I did it on purpose.
Probably. Her mischief knows no bounds.
That's true.
What's he yelling at for the first panel? Is it Goblins am Goblin?
I would think it'd be D&D, so it'd be math is math. I'm gonna put D20s on the table.
Math is math.
Lol, nut.
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 Nut. Beep 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 beep.
Looks like he's yelling at the dice.
It probably is.
D&D probably is, yeah.
You seen what the dice do?
What that dice do?
What the dice do? Do 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 do. Itchy. Allergies. Beep 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 beep.
Yo,
Hello.
gay.
Where I think is a regular day for me. I think the week will be Lloyd the Tiefling. Lloyd the Taverner.
Tiefling the Lloyd.
Yeah, I think next week is, other than the fact that it's at 12, it's a normal week. So usual days. There's Memorial Day coming up. I never know when that actually is.
Put it on a Monday.
I don't know.
I wrote something on the calendar for
Oh yeah,
Wednesday, but I forget what it was, and I can't read it, so I'm going to have to look it up.
It's Monday, and then you wrote workshop library at 6:30 for Wednesday.
I can always drop you off at work.
Yeah, Memorial Day is Monday, I guess.
Like tomorrow, Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. So, okay. Is it 6:30 to 8? When did I'm actually out at 7 on Wednesday. That's kind of like partly in there.
Yeah, if you don't mind getting like a Uber or something.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be safer as a man for you to take the Uber if that's okay.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, I can if you want. I just think it'd be safer in general.
Nah.
Especially since, like, you'd be at work.
Mm-hmm.
If I got kidnapped in the Uber, like, you couldn't even come get me. You're at work.
Mr. Uber. Oh, they go to the restaurant.
I called Mr. Uber.
Cat, keep her occupied. I'll be back.
Plus, I can stop by the Asian store and get some, you know, snacks. No! You can take the Uber to the library. Yeah. And we'll just leave together. You whiny bitch. There we go. Wahaha.
Rod my intro song. Yeah. I always keep thinking it says Ishante, but I don't think that's right.
What?
The Ranma intro.
I don't know.
But my brain always says Ishante, which wouldn't make sense for a Japanese thing.
I don't know, they like French.
True. Maybe it does. But I don't know.
I would think they'd do something more Chinese, though.
You would think. That's why I assumed I was wrong.
All I know is oh ayo ayo ayo.
Always using an excuse to call you cute. That's what the songs are for, right? Telling wife she cute?
No.
Aw, boo.
His horns are uneven.
Illegal horns?
No, just uneven.
Cool.
I don't think that's illegal. I don't know. Tell me if the tieflings find that illegal. I don't care.
Horns illegal. Pokemon stuck in my head.
Stop.
It's fun. Did you know? Hello.
Gay. Every time I draw this man, he looks different.
That's the fun, isn't it? Challenge to see how weird you can make him look.
Oh shit, this Persona music.
Oh snap. Persona. Do you think they'd ever do like a remake of the like oldest Personas?
They actually put out a port of it on the PS Vita. I don't think they would, because I don't think it would make them money.
Yeah.
I could see them porting it. I do not see them remaking it, unless they could like entirely change it, pretty much. And honestly, I don't trust them anymore, so...
Yeah, that is also true. I don't know. I feel like they would do something weird or no, like, awful with it.
Well, the original Personas are so different from, like, the trilogy that is more well-known today.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'd have to either, completely change it. Nah, just that. They just have to completely change it. No,
Yeah.
they'd have to change a lot of shit. They were definitely more on the Shin Megami Tensei side of shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, after
And they were a lot darker, too.
Yeah, I was gonna say after what they did with 3, where they were like, yeah, Persona 5 is really popular, so we should change everything to be like that.
Yeah, they just changed it to look like 5 and probably changed story to look like 5.
Yeah.
Not that the stories in the other Personas aren't dark, but their vibe is less dark.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking
It's also Persona.
it would be a mess.
I mean, I'd say that people who really like the originals would be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, compared to people who have never played the original and have played the other ones, they're so outnumbered. Because the older ones are just pretty archaic these days.
Yeah.
I don't really think they have a huge, thriving fan base.
Yeah.
I don't mean that mean ways, but I mean, like, especially compared to, like, Persona 5, which did a lot to, like, get the non-Persona people into it.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. I mean, like, I do, on a surface level, understand, like, why they did it. Persona 5 was huge, so of course we want to capitalize on Persona 5. But at the same time,
I think it's kind of unfair to 3.
it is. Because it shows that you don't really care what the story was for 3. You just want to have it be popular.
It was also shitty that they didn't add the fucking, you know...
Yeah, have a complete version of it, no matter what version you get.
Yeah, you couldn't get the true ending, and you can't get all the shit from the girl version. You're missing an entire half of the dialogue that you could potentially get, and now there's, like, no complete version of it, because that one came out on a limited system, because it came out on the Vita. You could play both on Steam, but that's kind of stupid that you have to.
Yeah.
And after that, and, like, basically paywalling the actual ending, and the fact that, like, Royal came out so close to when 5 came out, and the fact that their new thing they're putting out now is full of microtransactions, like, I have just lost all faith in the Persona stuff as a whole. I'd have to find, like... It's a real shame, too, because the stories are not bad. That little side one that they had on, like, the Switch, great story. I actually really liked it. For one, there was, like, an older guy who had personas. That was fucking great. I want more of that, please. Old people. Like, he was attractive. That's the thing. I'm more attractive to old men than teenagers. As I think everyone should be.
You would hope, right?
That's what I like about older men. I keep getting older. They stay the same age. But, like, that's now, you know, trapped on that.
Yeah.
Like, it can't get on the... It's not on the internet the way the other two are.
It just seems like... I don't know. I'm sure it's just Atlas being like, we can make infinite money, but, like, it's such an ass thing.
Also, Atlas, for, like, the streaming thing, did that stupid thing where it's like, you can only stream up to this point or we'll fucking sue you.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the end right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck, bro?
You know who doesn't fucking do that? Sega with the Yakuza games. You know why? Because people streaming the Yakuza games are why we have the modern Yakuza games. They can literally point to two best friends and go, this is why people play our games right now. And Sega, not smart, but smart enough to realize that, oh yeah, hey, no, this is a good thing. We don't have to pay these people and they'll do shit for us.
Yeah, I never get that. And at first I was like, oh, because there's some huge spoiler on that day. There's not.
Yeah.
It's just another day. I could see that, be like, oh, yeah, don't spoil it. But like, that day is like crazy amounts of hours into the game. It's not all the way through, but it's at least like 5 some hours in, I think. And like, no one who's going to buy the game is going to buy the game after watching 5 hours and then be like, yeah, I'll go buy the game. No, they're gonna see it for a little bit, be like, oh, that looks like a good game, and buy it or not. End. Like, nothing 5 hours into a stream is gonna make me buy your game.
Yeah.
Or not.
Like,
be like, well, I've seen enough of this, I guess I should go buy the game now, or something. No, fuck you.
Be like, oh yeah, it's got some big twist 10 hours in. Well, do I have to get through the 10 hour, like, do the 10 hours suck to get to it? Yes! Well, then I'm probably not gonna do it.
Well, they really don't in Persona, but the fact that, like, they cared enough to make that specific, like, you can't do it after day so-and-so. It's like, day so-and-so is pretty far into there. I forget what it actually was, but that's what I remember thinking. And, like, it's just a normal day. Why is this day the day you do the drop-off point? There's not even a twist or anything. What the fuck? And no one's going to be watching that long and not have decided whether or not they're going to buy the game. They either can't afford it or they really like the stream and don't care for the game.
Yeah. Like, that's like the, with some of the games, it's like, I'm not gonna play this. I have no interest in playing this, but like, I like the streamer. And like, there are some that's just like with the Final Fantasy, like, yeah, you know, it gets good once you get past the, 50-minute mark or whatever. I'm like, or the 50-hour mark. I'm like, bruh, no one's going to do that just to get to the supposed good part. And if you have to, why would anyone want to play it?
MMOs be like.
Yeah. It's fucking nonsensical.
I have bought games because of streams though. But usually I see them and I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. I'm gonna stop watching and go buy that game. That's literally what happened with Undertale.
Yep.
Like 5 minutes into it, I was like, oh no, this seems like a game I would really like. I'm not going to spoil any more of this for it, and I leave.
Yeah, I watched this one YouTuber because he's pretty funny, but also like there was a game that I had just gotten a demo for because they just put out a demo, and then I saw that he played that this morning. I was like, oh, okay. Well, what does it look like when he plays it? So I immediately pull it up, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, no, this does look like it's a lot of fun. Like, so it already solidified that, yeah, I do probably want this thing. Because of, like, just seeing them play it for, like, 5-10 minutes. Like, watching the Panda Man play the Claire Obscure game. Like, again, immediately told me all that I needed to know.
I mean, some games I'll see them play and then I'll go wishlist it and wait for it to go on sale, like I usually do. But that means I'm probably going to stop watching that stream. Because I don't want it to be spoiled. If anything, it hurts the streamer when I like the game. Not the game itself.
Yeah. I don't know, just like some of these ideas that they just have the most nonsensical thoughts about how stuff works.
It is literally free advertising. Just shut the fuck up and take the free advertising.
And sometimes they do actually pay people, like they can get promotions and stuff like that, but a lot of times they don't.
Yeah, you can't pay everyone who does it.
Yeah, a lot of times it is just straight up like, here. Like, sometimes it's a copy of the game, but sometimes it's not even that. It's just like, here, go play a game. But like, if somebody gets it with their own money, plays it, and it's like, yeah, this is fucking radical, and shows it off, why are you mad about that? Because people who weren't going to play it anyways, or would have gotten it and gotten a refund. Which would
which you don't want either.
Yeah, which actively costs you money. So, like, not only is this just better, like more directed advertising, so they get better bang for their buck out of it.
Yeah, because the person watched probably plays games they would want to play,
Mm-hmm.
which can do way better than any like actual advertisement.
Yeah.
It's like how Undertale made me go watch the gameplay that someone posted. I went and watched it because fan art.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't just put out fan art. Like, people have to make that. And when they do, I'm like, oh, okay, so people like this enough to make fan art. And it's people I really respect making that fan art who like a lot of the things I do. I'm gonna go check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's advertisement you can't buy. I'm sure people will try to do it with AI at some point, but I don't think a lot of people are like me and are like, wow, I see good fan art of this game, I'm gonna go play it. But that has legit been the deciding factor with a lot of my favorite games.
I mean, it shows that people like it enough to care about it to make that fan art, so yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that works.
It legit, whenever I see fan art or something new, I'm like, oh, there's fan art of it. That means it's probably not that bad. Let's go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something I can play? You know, I get interested in things. I hate it when it turns out it's a Roblox game.
Yeah.
2 to 3 times that has happened, and I'm like, I don't want to get on Roblox as a 30-year-old woman.
Oh yeah, like the horror ones.
Oh my god, yeah, because the people put a lot of those on there. It's
Yeah.
like, please, no. This is really interesting, and I'd love to go see it, but I am not playing fucking Roblox. I gotta draw the line somewhere, man, and that's it. I'll go on Itch.io and potentially download viruses, but I am not going on Roblox.
You gotta ask yourself, what's the line? That, apparently.
It is! I'm a 30-year-old woman, I don't want to be on there with, like, tiny children.
Yeah.
Might as well go back to DeviantArt.
Go on to VR chat.
VR chat at least has, like, older people.
Yeah.
I still haven't hooked up to that. I need to sometime. I'd like to get my own model made. Maybe if I work on Blockbench, I can make it. Shitty ass model.
That would actually be funny to see in VR chat. See like a fucking pixel art thing go by.
I'm sure people have it.
I gotta imagine that'd be really
People
difficult.
can have
but
anything.
Fun. Yeah. Difficult but fun.
But you can make 3D models in that. I don't know. I don't think you can rig them.
Yeah.
I'd have to go look at people doing that, but I don't know if I'd want to. Maybe I could do it and then be like, hey, do you rig shit for Blockbench? Here you go. Do this. I'll pay money.
I hope money.
This is something I don't want to do. Here, person
Yeah.
who does this, money. That's how that works.
What? Paying people?
I could learn this, but I don't want to. I'll learn how to model it. I won't learn how to fucking rig it. I'm not even joking. That's where, again, where I draw the line.
Yeah. No, yeah.
How much am I willing to do? Not fucking that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'll fucking be a JPEG walking around. No, like, transparency before I fucking rig something. Fuck off.
That would be funny. Just walk by and literally is just the fucking like it's transparent. No, it's not. That would be kind of cute.
Oh, I forgot to add the nut.
Nut. Super nut.
Super nut. Super nut. Alright, let's get the last 20 out. Woo! I might take a break and go to the bathroom.
Woo! As the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? Inspector Gadget VR chat model.
I'm sure it's in there.
That is a lot of models that I see, some of which I'm just like, you spent a lot of time and effort to make that. Other times I'm like, wow, you spent a lot of time and effort to make that. So, you know. Depends. I just think it's neat. I'm always amazed by the level of crazy some people will go through to make things. I think it's cool.
It's the itis.
It is. 100%.
It's the artism. It's the horniness.
A lot of that, yeah.
Alright, I am going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Entertain everybody.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
Wife immediately murdering me on stream. I see how it is. Kill the husband. Just, you like this? You like this puppet? Bam! Right on stream. So cruel to poor husband. I just try to be entertaining, make them laugh. Wife is like, ha ha ha. No, I wish. I got one little job. I do my best. Yeah, she's making fun of me. Orihime. Wow. It's an Orihime reference that actually has smaller boobs than usual. Weird. That's odd. Normally they make them tatas massive. This is that. Sorry. Ah, this is the Sin one. Okay. Good. Oh, we also got a follow from Hexus Dragon. Thank you for the follow. Cute little icon for the dragon. Anky Dragon. Very cute. Weird that I got the email saying we got a follow before I got the notification from OBS. Thanks. Yes. It is what it is. Could always be worse, I suppose. OBS works most of the time. Thankfully, it's actually been behaving today, and we haven't had any problems. We did get a new router, or new cable modem, pardon, because we did go and complain to the internet peoples, and they're like, well, first things first, we're gonna see if it's just your cable modem is garbage. So we got a new one of them's, and here we is. So far so good. We'll see how much it behaves. But so far, so good. Why did I? For whom did the buzz? Probably wife bullying me. I don't understand what the octopus is getting out of any of this. And frankly, the young woman doesn't look very happy either. Quids. I'm not sure that a beast that could drag you into the depths encourages good mental health. It's true. And yet, Eldritch. A lot of people like Eldritch. Maybe that's good for you. Who knows? Life will return from the war someday. Power!
I want those
Squares! Squares. Where did it come from? Life is returning. Nature is healing. And... Rude! Making fun of me and stealing my snackies. I see how.
Yep. No snacks.
Yes. She over there stealing all my crunchy bits.
Good.
They are good. That's why you stole them.
We're on an ad. I can eat for 54 more seconds.
I mean, yes, that's true. I was noting in your reference image that that's the one chick from Bleach, and she has surprisingly small tits.
How do you know?
'Cause everybody draws Orihime with the fucking fattest knockers.
No, I mean, how do you know that's her, not just some ginger?
Oh, because of the necklace and other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's specific to that character. I was just impressed that someone had restraint in titty size.
The start of the anime did have restraint titty size. It just got bigger as it went along.
It did.
Same with Nami.
Yep. But that one in particular, they always give her like mammoths.
Yeah.
But, like especially the fan art.
Mm-hmm. I do not get it.
I don't.
It's not even attractive anymore.
No. Become a bit silly. Bit silly, isn't it? Yeah, no, I like recognize the necklace particularly. It's important to the character, I understand. I think Bleach is still ongoing.
The manga's not. It didn't. I don't know if the anime did.
I know that the anime came back, and I
Yeah.
think it's still ongoing, currently, to the best of my knowledge. I never know some of these things. Yeah, like I like what we're watching this season with the animes, but some animes I know, like, I never really got the appeal, I guess is how I'll put it. Like, some stuff, it's just not for me.
What?
You're cute and I love you. You're the greatest. reminds me, we do still need to watch the Gundam at some point.
Mhm.
The G-Whack.
I've just been lazy.
Yeah. G-Whack. It's cute. I like to see it described as the anime for Gundam Blorbos. That made me laugh. Are we up to date on the Kowloon one?
No.
Ah,
Sorry.
oh good.
Sometimes I don't have the energy.
Yeah, that one's a very like intensive one for sure.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. That one is a lot of fun. Look forward to finding out more of the mystery. One thing I've noticed with this new mouse, when I do the middle click, it's like barely perceptible sound. It's weird. Like I'm used to big, like heavy duty, big clacky kind of thing. This one's just like dainty little. The other thing too, I like it is an extremely light mouse. That's good and bad, but I've been like noticing it. It doesn't feel cheap. It's just very light. This is not something that I've had before.
I'm starting to get a little low energy.
All good.
Probably because I didn't take my meds on time today.
And we went through the Costa & Co. It was quite busy.
And I'm worried about Tuesday.
And I will say he's not going to judge you. That's not his. Literally against his purpose.
Yeah, but now I gotta explain it, and I don't know if I can. Because I don't understand it.
I think, given that he's a professional, I would go with you probably don't need to. He probably will talk to you, but otherwise, no. Because that is also his job. But that's neither here nor there. If you want, since we got the sausage, I could make rice for dinner and have the sausage in it.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Maybe I should add an energy. Yeah, it's funny. I never really understood, like, watching that video. I didn't know that people didn't like the Troy mom. I thought that like I said, like nowadays I would think of her as like a drag queen, but she was very like vibrant. I liked her, but maybe that's just because I'm not straight. Like to me, that was always part of her character. Like she just seemed cool because she just did whatever she felt like doing. I wasn't paying attention to something and got turbo killed. Happens. I'm going to stretch. And make a drink. I'm out. Making my soda. Alright. Nope, that's actually about right. No, the Diet Pepsi. Drink me.
Aw, they love it so far. Sin is in the chat.
How'd you like it? Oh, Minty. How are you? No, it is chill, no. You is sick. Are you resting properly? Have you considered a nap? And soup? It is that time of year for all this stuff to be going around. The plagues.
Isn't it winter?
I mean, yeah, but also like all the everything is blooming and everybody's getting back out and about. And like summer break now, but soon all the kids will be back in school and all the new plagues will go around. I see like a bunch of coworkers and stuff when they'll be like, somebody will get something from their kid and then everybody else will get sick.
And you get me sick.
I did. I'm a failure at helping. I got plague once. I haven't gotten the big plague, but who knows? Maybe now it'll be bird flu or something stupid. Everything, time is a flat circle, so all the plagues are going around. So it seems like most people here at least wear their masks and shit, so that's fine. I don't think anybody had any real big like fights over wearing their mask back in Virginia. I know some places that was probably quite bad. I don't get it. I just don't want to get sick. I don't like people getting sick. Go away. But, you know. Plus a lot of road work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did have a bad allergy day that one day from the corn dust, apparently. Because here in Illinois, they plow all the fields. So, like, there was literally a thingy on the phone being like, weather warning, dust.
Dust.
And they weren't kidding. It was just like, I mean, we didn't see the Silent Hill fog like it was describing, but we did definitely get, like, allergen because so dusty kind of thing. That sucked. Wasn't happy about that. Whatever. A day is fine. Not plaguey death. Particularly weak to allergens. As they tore up the asphalt. Excuse me. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we're doing all right. A little low energy tonight, but that's all good. It's a nice chill and art night. Oh no, we've been caught out, Minty. Were you supposed to be asleep? Minty making a little exclamation mark of her head. No. Yeah, I feel that. I often have that happen. I'm bad at sleep. Wife, the powerful sleeper. Peace. I always take care of each other. Watch each other's backs. Especially this day and age. Support one another. Thank you very much. Yeah, here's what it is. It's all puppet joint. Think of a story. I can talk about the thing that made me grumpy in retail work the other day. Because there was one time when I was at the day job, and whilst there at the day job, it was background Halloween, so of course there's Halloween decor everywhere, which is awesome. Halloween decor. And somebody's little kid was screaming their head off. And that's, you know, happens. Kids, what can you do? But Childy was screeching because there was a big skeleton decor and they were scared of it. And their parents just fucking left them there screaming for a little bit. And were just like completely uncaring about their kid coming unglued. And then they stood on the other side of the skeleton to be like, well, if you want to leave, you gotta come to us. So, like, rather than doing anything normal and sensible, they just decided, yeah, you know what we should do? We should fuck up our kid. Just really screw him up. And that turned out to be really kind of upsetting to me, which is something that I didn't know about. Because, like, they just kind of abandoned their kid. Like, they did straight up just walk off and leave their kid screaming in a Target, which is, like, wild to me. But also, like, it teaches your kid that they should just never, like, trust in you at all. Like, they should just assume that you are not going to help them in ever. And that messes somebody up. Like, that can be really bad to that kid. So, yeah, didn't like that a bit. Didn't know about that until saw that happening, and it's just like, wow, what the shit? Why are you even a parent if you don't want to do any, like, taking care of your kid things? That was my story time of just, why was this child screeching in the thing? Oh, because their parents were like, ha ha ha, phobias, that's funny. No, don't do that, ever. What the shit? It's not one of my usual science ones, but that was upsetting. And yesterday, when I was at work, somebody else's kid was screaming their head off and then yelling, "I'm scared," and their parent was ignoring them, and that brought that thought back up. Wee bit of a miffed. I could probably do a better science. I'm sure I have some science in me. Give me a sec to thunk.
I listened to a story recently about a waifu. What's it called? It's one of the Gashapon games where you have to like roll for the characters.
Oh yeah. Like a gacha game, like
yeah, gacha game. That's the word I forgot for some reason. And it had both male and female waifus in it, so love wins, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it was basically a porn game. There was hentai in it,
Of course.
and they decided to make it PvP for some bizarre reason. So you could basically send your waifus to go fight their waifus, and if they won, they would hold your waifu in prison, and you couldn't get rid of them in their prisons or get the waifu back unless they watched like a hentai sex scene with it.
Of course.
The thing is, of course, like, dudes don't want people to literally like basically kidnap and sexually assault their waifus.
Yeah,
obviously, why would you want that? Because that's stupid. So what they started to do was just send out entire teams of the male characters who are objectively worse than the female ones as far as stats go, obviously, because you're not going to have high-end male characters in a waifu game.
Yeah, that's silly.
So the only way you could get that guy out of your prison to go and do more things was to watch the hentai scenes with him. So basically, if you want to fight, you had to watch gay porn in a waifu game, mostly done by, like, played by straight Korean men. However, because of this, a bunch of, like, gay Western men started to get in on it. Because, like, hey,
Yeah,
porn! It's a sausage
porn.
fest. So, instead of being like, ha, you gay, they'd be like, yeah, I'm gay. And it ended up splitting the community. So they eventually had to change it so that if you, like, captured a person, you didn't necessarily have to watch the sex scene to let them out and stuff like that, but the game kind of, like, fell the fuck apart. But that's what happens when you have PvP waifu games, apparently. You get gay porn everywhere.
Extraction shooter PV. Waifu extraction shooter, I'm surprised hasn't been a thing yet.
Give it time.
I know, right? That seems like it's apt for, like, terrible. Waifu escape from Tarkov.
Don't give them ideas.
Well, I mean, that's I guess why Marathon, like, one of many reasons, is not doing so good. Because, like, it's an extraction shooter years after those things have been popular. But, too late, I guess. I'm not really sure, like... I don't know if that's going to come out. Like, I know they spent boatloads of money on it, but at the same time, like, not looking good, and they keep getting hit over and over. And you know, after the Sony one just bombed out horribly, not looking good for them. Yeah, kind of situation. I'm not certain how well that's going to go, especially if, like, you know, people have they canceled all the paid promotion stuff for it, which is probably a bad sign. That makes it seem pretty likely they're going to push it back, possibly for a while, if they're going to try and retool the whole thing. But it doesn't seem like it's really gotten good. It hasn't gotten good looks to begin with. So, it may be another, like, Concord level fail, and Bungie can't really take that kind of hit. Bungie's not doing the best these days. So that would be a pretty bad sign for them.
I think I might have hit my limit for the night.
Okay.
We still have Saturday, so I'll come back and finish this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't take my meds at the right time, and I am not there. So I'll post up what we got, and then I'll put it up. Sorry about that. Y'all have a good night.
Have good.